And since we already talked about him, I guess we'll move on to him right away. Is Montrezl Harrell at number 3.
Trez!
Big old Trez. Hurt the Clippers' hearts, broke everyone, just literally didn't move anywhere, and literally just decided to just change his shirt and call himself part of a new culture.
Why would he move? You have the house down there, you got a life.
Exactly.
Life is good when you're with the Lakers. They're a winning team.
Exactly.
Championship.
And I mean, even though I just said at number 14, he very well could be a 22-8 guy. That's obviously, again, on the team where if he had a primary role or a main role like he did with the Clippers, where I think he had about 19-7 or 19-8 last year, where adding a few more points, no harm there. But again, a role with the Lakers probably be more similar to that Kevin Love, Chris Bosh, obviously third fiddle, where he probably does lose a couple points in terms of, or production in terms of points wise, probably goes down to 15 or 16. But I think everyone around him on that team is just going to talk about how great of a player he's been for them.
And yeah, he brings a certain mindset too. Outside of his stats, he brings a little bit of toughness. He brought that to the Clippers for all these years. They're going to miss him. Ibaka is a good replacement, but they're going to miss him hard.
Yeah, and it's really, I mean, he's younger. He's obviously more athletic. He's going to put up more minutes per game. He's going to be more consistent. And it allows guys like LeBron and Anthony Davis in the short off season to really take away some of their wear and tear, whether it be for sitting a whole game against the 15th seed at the time, or just not forcing them to go into the post-all game and actually getting a rest and not having a bruised thigh, just going to bed with it. It makes a big difference at the end of the day.
Oh, completely. And it's fantastic pickup by the Lakers, as we mentioned in different videos before. They probably sold free agency with that pickup, just with the facets he brings on offense, the mentality, the toughness he brings with them. It's going to be a great fit with Davis and LeBron.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess the only knock on him really is he does have no range. Like, he doesn't shoot well from the free throw line, doesn't shoot well from the three-point line, obviously.
Neither did McGee and neither did Howard.
Exactly. So obviously that makes it great. And another great thing about him too is, as aggressive as he is on the defensive end, he's actually very disciplined. He was actually 42nd among centers in personal fouls committed last year. So, I mean, he's not a guy who takes a lot of fouls by any means. He's going to be, again, in these games consistently. And when, again, LeBron and Anthony need the rest, he's clearly going to be there. He's not going to get himself into foul trouble in many games. And I think that's going to pay off for them in the long run as well.
Yep, no, I can't agree more. He can actually prove us wrong as well. One of those guys that a couple guys ahead of him are a little bit of the older variety. That if he puts up these great numbers, he ends up being that like you say, 22-8 player potentially. He could actually go up in these rankings, even though a lot of people would consider him considerably high for a six-man. But he can definitely go up in these rankings considering the potential he has in that team.